You know, yes, everybody has a chance to deal the hand that they got, but some of them got some pretty raw hands. You know, some of them around some pretty messed up individuals. You know, do they really have a fair chance? No, they don't. You know, and that's like I said, we have an awareness about this. Bring about
Can you say that word one more time?
Bring about a nationwide awareness.
Say it one more time.
Awareness.
You need to stop.
Awareness.
Thank you.
I know, but that's.
I mean, it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm putting it in the vein of this. Racism isn't over.
Yes, absolutely.
And we need to make folks aware of that.
Yes.
They're thinking, oh no, I mean, we got folks that live in nice houses. I mean, look, we got tiger woods and this and that. No, it's not over. The fight is not over.
It's just in a different way.
Exactly. Same
More
thing.
systematic.
Same thing. Same thing.
And piggybacking
Yes.
off of Brian, you know, Maya Angelou, she said it best. She said, people do what they know, and when they know better, they do
that.
better.
Yes.
But they have to know.
Exactly.
It's about awareness.
Awareness.
They have to know, because when you see it, and I tell people, I'm 46 years old now, but I see life so much more clear than I did when I was 25, 30 years old. No offense to you.
No, I get it.
But
Yeah, I
obviously
respect
it is.
it.
I mean, and if you have any common sense, any brains in your heads, as you get older, you'll get more wiser and you'll start to see things more clearly. And it's just about now mentoring and passing that information on, making people aware of what's going on out here. So.
I love it. Y'all wondering why I'm sitting over here all excited. I'm not gonna go into details, but you know, awareness is exactly what it is.
Systematic awareness.
Yes. It's absolutely what we need. And real quick, I want to make sure that everybody gets their last comments in, and then because we're coming down. Unfortunately, I hate this time of the show when we come into a closing, but I want to make sure that everybody gets their last comment in. You know, any advice that you want to give to the listeners as a male or whatever. Don't lose your train of thought. And then also, I want you to make sure that you let people know how to get in contact with you, how to follow you, any events that you have coming up, and any products that you have that people can purchase. So let's make sure that everybody gets a chance to get it in. What would you guys say, Bo?
Oh, no, he said systematic awareness. I think that one of the things that's always been missing, especially among African-American families, African-American males, is we've had such negative relationships with institutions and systems that we almost have our own phobia of systems, and we don't even create our own. And when we do, we sabotage them. You know, so an awareness, things like this radio station and other things that exist, you know, you'll notice that they don't get the same kind of response, even with the same kind of talent sitting at the table as other ones, because of the fact that we don't want sometimes to even identify with that kind of systematic process of developing awareness and knowledge. And I think in the book of Hosea, it says that my people perish.
Because of lack of knowledge.
It's a word right there.
A lack of knowledge. Okay, last minute comments. How do people get in contact with you? Let it all roll out and sing.
I'm on Facebook, Brian Strong Character Williams. So.
And you have some projects that are
In the works.
Okay, all right. So make sure you follow him, and make sure you do your last comment. You wanted to make sure you talk about real quick.
Yeah, okay, we were talking about presence. Dr. Meyer was mentioning the type of presence that are good and are bad, because young males gravitate towards strong presence, whether good or bad. So on that note, we need to protect them and be aware of the bad presences that we want to keep them away from, and gravitate them towards strong, good presence.
Okay.
Well, with me, I'm at the stage of my life where I'll be laying low, so I don't want nobody hitting me up or anything like that. But you can look me up on Facebook. I'm David Lord Smitty, Lordssmitty, Smith. And the reason why I lowered Smitty, I don't think that I'm like Jesus Christ or nothing like that, but with some of my outlandish posts, everybody would say, Lord Smitty, Lord Smitty, Lord Smitty.
And he will be right.
So, if you can have Lord Darth Vader and Little Lord Fauntleroy, you can have Little Lord Smitty. The main thing I'm doing right now is just really working with my son. We're working on this album. His name is, his stage name is Deron Nove. We got some really good music coming out, some really hot stuff coming out. So just be on the lookout for my youngin', my seed. We walking this journey together.
And you're producing his whole album. Did you write?
I wrote some of the songs.
Okay.
I produced some of the songs,
Okay.
but I got some really nice, talented guys really working with this stuff, and I can't take credit for all this stuff. I'm the executive producer. I'm more like Puff Daddy.
Okay. You position to get the dinero. I know, that's right.
But thank you for having me on the show.
Oh,
I really
absolutely.
enjoyed
It was a
I haven't
pleasure.
seen you what was that, since we graduated '88.
Don't try to tell my age.
But you skipped a couple grades. Okay, you skipped a couple grades.
Just
so
one, just one.
So I enjoyed it.
Awesome. First, thank you again for having me here, and thank everyone for the advice that I got today. But yeah, I host my own acting studio every Tuesday and Thursday nights from 7:30 to 9 o'clock. I have my group classes, and every Tuesday and Thursday from 6:30 to 7:30 if you want private coaching, more of a one-on-one approach. That is available as well. You can find more information. The pricing is very affordable
Yes.
at themarkmckinnon.com. That's the MARKMCKINNON. Whether you never acted before, you're just curious, or whether you have experience, you want to take it to the next level, I'm here to help you get there. I'm here for you.
And you do have a large number of students being recognized and landing deals with major radio networks. Don't leave that out.
I know. One of my clients, she just booked the lead role on TV1. She's actually filming that this week. Another client next week is filming one of his biggest commercials yet. He's making 4 figures doing it.
Wow.
So it's growing. And then I got a huge workshop coming out in July. I'm bringing 4 talent agents and 2 talent managers from New York, whose clients have been on all your favorite shows on ABC, CBS. They're coming into DC to scout talent. So again, all that information is on my website.
And I'm gonna be the next big one.
Yeah, she said she's coming out. I'm looking forward to
That's
it.
right. That's right. Any last comments from you?
No, this has been a delight. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it.
Absolutely. How about you, Charlie?
I just want to thank all of you guys for coming out, and I just want to say that
I'm gonna need you to watch that hand. I know you are. If y'all are watching, y'all wondering why I keep doing like this to the side. See, she has this makeup
Why you gotta put it on
because I don't want them
my
to think we crazy, right? She has
I did
three
a
beautiful.
lipstick
Yeah, and y'all can see that I have on this bright yellow jacket. So she keep doing her hand like this, and I'm trying to make sure she don't
It's
get that lipstick on
unintentionally. I
my.
forgot that it's on
You
there.
see, she's still moving her hand, right?
I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna hold the mic. With
There
this
you
hand,
go. There you go.
Because I keep trying to hide this hand away from the camera.
And Mark probably like, what's going on with her? Because I keep doing like this. I'm trying to make sure she don't get that makeup.
All right. Anyway, before she interrupted me, I just want to say that I'm proud of every single last one of you guys. Where you headed at in your life, how far you've come in your life, and especially for taking the time to really give back to your communities, and especially to the young boys, because I'm just going to be very transparent here. I am a single mother and I have a little boy. So for me, I'm always wondering the best way to go about how to raise him up without having that positive male role model in his life as he gets older. Like he's 3, and I say right now it's critical because he's watching everything. He's at the copycat stage, so he's gonna copy everything that he sees, good or bad. But for me, I'm just always thinking about me and how I can be a better mother, and especially how to raise him up. I know I'm not gonna be single for the rest of my life, but right now it's like, okay, what can I do right now for the time being? And so thank you guys.
Thank
You
you.
know what, Dr. Something just popped in my head.
Mm-hmm.
You said something, you brought me to something that these guys said earlier. When a boy grows up and is 3 years old, he's in a house with a male.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had my father, I had my grandfather, they used to put on his hat, they used to put on his shoes, and he used to walk around. What does a boy do that grows up in a house and there's no male? Does he put on pumps?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's funny because one of my best friends, he's actually a comedian, but he tells this true story. He grew up around his grandmother, his mom, and his aunt. And so growing up, he used to come out the shower with the towel up here. That's all he knew until his mom got remarried and the father saw him one time. He told this funny joke about how he went off on him when he came out. This towel around his chest, but that's all he knew. You know, he didn't know that was his presence.
And that's funny that you guys say that, because my son were trying to do that, but I'm like, no, you have it down here. I do this, but you do this way. Or like if I'm doing my makeup, he'll try to sit around. I'm like, no, go over somewhere and play. Or, you know, I'll give him my phone that has all of his learning activity games on it, because I know he's like in the zone. He don't pay me any attention, nor the phone calls that come through to my phone, because he's so busy playing on his games. So that's funny that y'all said that.
Yeah.
Just to add with that, look, when I was with my dad, and I was that young, even though he came in and sat down and watched TV every day, you know what I did? I seen him laying on the bed, just had his arms folded on his stomach. I went and laid on his back the same way that he was laying on his bed. The same way, folded my arms, and I was looking at TV. Didn't care what he was looking at, but I wanted to be like that. Bless.
Well, unfortunately, we are at the closing of our show. I don't want y'all to go, but you are welcome to come back next week. Next week, we will be moving the studio to the lounge, and we're going to have a room full of men, prayerfully, you know. Please spread the word. We're going to get the flyers out this week so that you can start informing people. And we're just going to come together and have open, honest conversations, but we're going to be centered around the health of a man. So we're going to have a mental health professional here. We're going to have Dr. Baruch, who will be talking about the health aspect, and then we'll have Reverend Washington from Ebenezer AME church, who will be dealing with the emotional health of a man. So it's a place, it's going to be a safe environment where you guys can just come and just open up and get some insight, awareness. I love that word, awareness. So we love you. Check out the shows, and you'll get more information. www.elifemedia.net. You can go to DrZaMiya.com. If you have any questions, email me at info@DrZaMiya.com. This show will also be posted up on our YouTube page, it's eLife Media Group YouTube page, as well as Dr. ZaMiya, the Dr. ZaMiya Show. So we'll be posting all of those things. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Did I miss any?
I would say Periscope, but we haven't done
Oh yeah, we
Periscope
haven't done that in a minute.
time.
But across social media is I am Dr. ZaMiya or either Dr. ZaMiya.
What about Black Planet? You got Black Planet?
Oh no, I don't have a black planet. I don't have a black planet.
Oh wow, I haven't heard anybody bring up that in a long time.
You just twisted my locomotive in another direction. But I want to publicly acknowledge you and publicly thank you. It takes a lot of courage for anybody to assemble groups of men, especially black men, together to talk about those things that affect us in ways that we don't necessarily talk about very much. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine earlier today, and he told me a little bit about his relationship with his dad, or lack of, and it blew my mind because I had no idea. And I'd known this person just long enough for them to share something with me in that moment, as he knew I was, dealing with my father's health, etc. So I just want to commend you. I want to thank you for having the courage, the foresight, the intestinal fortitude, because this isn't the first one. This is the second, third, fourth one, so that you address this issue with black men and fatherhood and manhood. And I tell you, it's not a popular subject. When you look at the data, this is probably the one that's least watched by Americans. A lot of, unfortunately, our women won't show it to their sons because they don't necessarily want their sons to come to the realization, wait a minute, you mean something wrong? What's going on? Now you have these questions that she's inherited that she's got to deal with. So this took a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage. And I appreciate you for doing it.
I appreciate you for doing that.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you. I think it's very important, you know, as I said, I really believe that society as a whole is headed down a really hard road, and we're gonna have to depend on community. In order for us to get the results that we need, we're gonna need a healthy community. So it starts with repositioning the home. If the homes are out of order, community is gonna be out of order. So on that note, please make sure you follow us on social media so that you can be kept up to date with next week. And if you can, come out and join us. We'll be here at the studio recording live. Love you. Have a great week. And there's nothing you can do about it. And we will see you later. Again, Mark McKinnon, David Smith, Brian Williams, Roland Grimes, and myself, Dr. ZaMiya with Charlie Rose. We love you, and we will see you next week.